What is going on, everyone? It's your Demon King of Destiny, Omazero himself. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Wheels Transformers Collab GT Scorcher. This is one of 4 collaborative Transformer vehicles from Mattel and Hasbro. And today, we're going to be transforming him into robot mode and into vehicle mode, and also giving an overall review of the product itself. All right, so over here, as I was saying earlier, we do have him currently in vehicle mode. As you guys can see, it is a GT esque vehicle. I overall like him out of one of the 4. The first 2 that I actually saw earlier was Bone Crusher, and I think his name was Twin Blast or Twin Blade. But the next 2 was a coupe and a GT style transformer. All of them are Autobots, ironically, so that's the good news about that. But again, my eye came to the GT Scorcher model unit because 1, I'm a sucker for the GT units. 2, it's red. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So in order to transform him into robot mode, the first thing we got to do is essentially we're going to open up the back pedals, as you guys can see over here. You are wondering what this little thing is right over here. So he actually comes with accessory weapons. So you got a little sword, and the spoiler that is currently somewhere in the area is his gun, essentially. So in order to start it up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop open the feet from the back, and you're gonna separate them as such. So you pop it open on each side. That opens it up. And then from there, you're going to pop open the side panels on the back end of each wheel. Like this. There we go. So that way it becomes more of a 180 type of situation like that. So then from there, you'll be able to extend his legs out. That way you can get them all the way. And then you can see that his hands were hiding inside his legs. So you're going to fix his hands. And then you can swap his arms outwards. So that way it gets you something like this. Then you can stretch his body. That way from there you can fix up his legs. And you can essentially, so the leg parts itself, actually I found that a bit earlier when I tried to transform myself. You can see there's a little switch back here which lets you extend it. So you do that, one to each side. And then we're going to rotate each leg. So that way it's facing the front. And then you're going to lock in each back part. So that way it's got like that. And then from there, the front bumper is going to unclip, hide inside. Then break it out. So that way sorry, a little bit tricky. There you go. So you can break it out like that, as such. Rotate his arms. Now pop him out of his plates. Sorry, walking away from myself, trying to figure this out as I go along. And essentially, can rotate his arms. That way you got that on one side, that on the other side. And then there's a couple of ways you can do his wheels. So you can have them at the front area, so it kind of covers up the open gap area as it's supposed to be. Or the other way you can do it is you can put it to the side. I personally like it to the side because it makes it look like it's a bit nicer looking. But for design's sake, we're going to put them at the front just for that. And then from there, the idea is this is supposed to sit nicely. And then, well, when it decides to cooperate. But yeah, overall, this is the unit. I know the camera's not really grabbing it, so to speak. It's only like in the 1080 format, so I'm going to bring it a bit closer. And yeah, as you can see, sword goes here. And then his gun, like I said, currently MIA, would be right over there. Overall, I think it's a beautiful unit. Maybe not worth the full Canadian value that I purchased it at. I would probably say maybe more like 30 Canadian, 20 American, give or take. It is a smaller unit, but again, it is a collab, so there is that. But yeah, again, I think it's actually pretty swell for the way it is. Overall, the unit does look nice. It is pretty decently built. And yeah. So now we're going to transform him back into vehicle mode. So again, we're basically just going to do the reverse. So we're going to get rid of the sword. And the compartment actually for the sword, when he's supposed to be in vehicle mode, is under his trunk. So there's a little space right over here. So essentially you would just snap that right in there. And then you would do the reverse. Let's give us a bit. We're going to put that back in. There we go. I'm going to fix his arms. Just make sure that's, oh, we're going to make sure that's locked in. Yeah. Gotta make sure the front bumper is pumped out. Let's get that all there. And again, pop open the back legs. Rotate his feet back in. Get that ready. And then collapse his feet. Oop. Nope, I was right to do that. Get that all set up. And then slowly get that all ready. Essentially, you want that all clicked in together. You want the arms to be sitting under the feet area, so that way it's closed in like that. And then popped in. There we go. Back in vehicle mode. Again, I like the vehicle mode because granted, that's how the original unit came. I will hopefully find the spoiler in the future. And again, overall, I like the product. I think it's a very neat, and it is on the smaller side. Again, there are multiple variations to Transformer class vehicles. You got your Voyager, Deluxe, Command, and then Leader. There's probably a few more that I'm not remembering. But for the price that I got it back at, it's decent. It does the job you want it to do. And again, it is a collab vehicle, so it's not going to be too well articulated and detailed. But again, I like it. Anywho, yeah, so thank you so much all for coming by, taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So that way you guys can see more things that I've done on the YouTube channel. And hopefully I get to post more in the future. I'll catch y'all later.